Hello there! Today I have a review of The Men Who Stare at Goats. I remember when the previews first started coming out for this, it was like, just the name alone, I was like, what is this movie? And then I saw the preview, and I think they kind of do this sometimes with the preview, trick you. You start seeing the preview a lot, and then you're like, oh, I want to see this, so I kind of wanted to see this. I got this for like $1 or $2, so I mean, no big deal to watch it, but let's just go over the packaging real quick. Got a lot of people there. No goats, no glory. A wild and funny ride. Gene Wolfe Parade. And reminiscent of the Coen brothers at their most unhinged. Thelma Adams, U.S. Weekly. It's 94 minutes long. Rated R. Dolby Digital 5.1. And 2.35 to 1 widescreen. Let's go over the cast. We got a ton of people in this movie. George Clooney, Jeff Bridges, Ewan Mcgregor, Kevin Spacey, and Goat, obviously. So, the plot of this movie is... I didn't really understand the plot of this movie, I'm going to be honest. The one guy, his wife leaves him, the main character. His wife leaves him, and I think the main character was Ewan McGregor, and his wife leaves him for his boss. He's like a reporter or something in a magazine, not a magazine, a newspaper or a news station or something like that, and his wife leaves him for his boss, and then kind of to prove to her that he's a man and to try to get her back, he decides that he's going to go cover the war in Iraq, I think? Is it Iraq or Afghanistan? Shoot, I can't remember. But I think it's Iraq. I think he's going to Iraq. And he's having trouble getting into Iraq. And he hears the story about these guys who got like these kind of supernatural powers. And they could read minds. And this one guy even killed a goat with his mind. And they were like the super secret experimental division of the army. And he tells him this guy's name, and it's George Clooney's character. I can't remember the name. And so he goes, he's at something trying to get someone to help him get into Iraq, and he meets that guy, and that guy ends up taking him because some picture he drew is like a tattoo on his chest or something, and so he thinks he's kind of psychic too. And then they get into this whole thing where Jeff Bridges is the leader of the new, let me see if I can find it, the New Earth Army, and they develop new age psychic powers, and it's kind of like this whole thing where they're trying to find a different way to solve wars without fighting. And I didn't understand it. They were just, I mean, I guess they were experimenting with LSD pretty much is all it was, and I really didn't understand it at all. And then I talked to my dad, and he said it was about the army really testing LSD on soldiers. So I don't know if this movie is like supposed to be based on real things that happened, not necessarily a true story, but based on real things that happened. And then I can kind of understand it, but if not, I just don't understand it at all. And so I didn't watch any of the special features just because I didn't really care for the movie. But I'll tell you what they are: Goats Declassified, the real men of the 1st Earth Battalion. See, so that makes me think that maybe it is really based. There really was a New Earth Army. Project Hollywood, a classified report from the set. Audio commentaries, character bios, and deleted scenes. So for the visual quality on this movie, you know, it looked pretty good. I mean, it's basically just standing around talking and driving around. Not a whole lot going on. But it did look pretty decent for a DVD. And then for my score on this movie, I'm going to have to give this one a 2 out of 5. Just because I thought it was pretty boring. Not a lot goes on. Mostly just standing around talking, doing nothing. George Clooney acting like a psycho. And you're kind of not ever sure if there really is any powers or not. Or they're just all crazy. And I don't know. I thought this movie was supposed to be funny. I didn't find anything in it funny. I thought it was pretty dumb. But, you know, thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of the movie if you've seen it. And have a great day.